They've been having my boy apologizing non-stop. Let's watch him at Oxford University, bro.
A few months ago on CNN, you made comments which were very badly received in South Africa because they were interpreted as being a partial defense of separate development, which was a foundational principle which underlied apartheid philosophy which you and your party supported for years. I would now like to give you the opportunity to clarify that, firstly, and secondly, knowing what you now know with the benefit of history on your side, how much do you personally regret joining a party like the NP?
Let me firstly thank you for the opportunity, but I don't need it. I've already rectified it. And if you followed the follow-up of also a telephonic interview between me and Christian Amanpour, she also allowed me space to rectify it. It was misinterpreted what I said. I was trying to say, when I was a young man of 21 and 25, why did I support separate development? And part of it was that I then believed it could bring justice to everybody in South Africa through the nation-state concept. I then believed, and this is what was misinterpreted, as everybody now believes that the two-state solution is the right one for Israel and Palestine, that a 9 or 10 state solution is the right solution for South Africa. Soon after...
But you see, ladies and gentlemen, he's articulating himself very well. I'll give him that. However, one thing about his point that I find very disturbing is the idea that having an intention as a policy, you have an intention that separate development is going to work. You've never seen it work anywhere else in the world. I mean, South Africa was one of its kind back in the day. So separate development of races never worked anywhere else in the world. And to have an intention and to believe now, if we create separate development, this is surely going to work. It didn't work. It was a failed thing. It was horrible. But, to his credit, he was young and he believed it was going to work, So a lot of people are always wrong about a lot of things. I think as well as human beings, we have to exercise some grace as well. I mean, in terms of mortalities and deaths, apartheid recorded the lowest number of deaths in the black community. I'll speak about just black people in the black community. The largest number of deaths that occurred in South Africa were between 1980 and 1990, and that was at the peak of the conflict and violence between the MK, not the MK, yes, the MK and the IFP, yes. So it's the ANC, the MK, and the IFP. That was what's up there. And ladies and gentlemen, in the democratic South Africa, we see a lot of deaths. Everybody and their mama is scared. Everybody and their mama knows somebody that's been killed, and unfortunately by some other black person somewhere. It's horrible, it's bad.
It's the right solution for South Africa. Soon after I entered politics, and in my years as a backbencher already, I came to the realization it's not working. And especially since the early 80s, I became convinced that where we stand is morally indefensible, and that apartheid was wrong, and that it couldn't be improved, it had to be abolished. And I played a leading role in abolishing it. With the benefit of history, I made a profound apology in front of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, apologizing for the pain and the indignity that apartheid has inflicted on all people of color in South Africa, saying it was wrong. So, with the advantage of hindsight, apartheid should not have existed. But let me add, and once again, I don't want to be misunderstood as in the case with Christian Amanpour. We in South Africa did not invent apartheid. The colonial powers did. The colonial powers implemented policies which were equally unacceptable from a moral point of view, as we talk today about what was morally right and wrong, as was done in terms of apartheid. All
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Great Britain.
Two wrongs do not make a right, brother. We know that. We know that.
The Spanish, the Germans in Southwest Africa, the Belgians in the Belgian Congo, all over. Africa was, in a sense, raped by the colonial powers. And what was left behind wasn't full-blown democracies. It was underdeveloped political systems or no proper political systems at all. Yes, some education was brought, etc., etc. So this problem of racial discrimination is and was a worldwide problem. And therefore, it's not only in South Africa that self-examination and self-analysis must be done about what was wrong in the past. All the developed and former colonial powers should do the same inner searches of themselves.
Okay. Racial segregation is bad, bro. And the ANC, they also do. Apartheid was bad in terms of racial segregation. I'll keep saying this. But also, the ANC is equally as horrible, and two wrongs do not make a right. I mean, the ANC have enacted into law what they call BEE and employment equity, prioritizing primarily black people for opportunities in government and doing business with government as well and things like that. And we know who benefits from these things. It is not even all black people. It's a few politically connected. If you do not carry the right membership. I mean, somebody in my family very close to me told me, you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to put nobody on the spot. But somebody in my family said, Kanza, Wena, you could have gotten a lot of jobs, especially here in the Free State. But just because of the things you say about the ANC or the government, you have been sidelined. It's like, okay. So there's no use for me pushing my CV because people are mad at the things I say on the internet. Okay, it's fine. These things, bro, they do not work in real life and practice. They only work for the privileged few and those who carry the right membership card. They do not work for everybody. So the ANC is also equally as racist because they are segregating against the whites in terms of opportunity. And we always see in parliament every day Ashley Sauce grilling people from the Department of Higher Education in terms of colors not being represented properly in some posts in higher education. So this race debate is really, it's getting on my nerves really. Can we just start treating each other as individuals and, treat you based on the merits of your character and not some hypothetical something happening in the sky where the white man is stopping black people from being successful? It's ridiculous to me. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. If you liked this one, please hit the sub button, hit the like button, open those notifications so that you are notified every time we upload a new video. And ladies and gentlemen, that join button down there, if you really like this content and you would like to get some packs that other people do not precisely get when we publish on here, please consider joining us and help us grow. Your support goes a long way, really. We the people, ladies and gentlemen, see the truth, and we are here, man.